Hey guys, and welcome to the March Stories vlog. The first movie I would like to talk to you about is a movie called The First Girl I Loved. It is on Amazon Prime. Me and Carla watched it. It is a lesbian teenage romance. It was really bad. It was unrealistic. There was a bunch of plot holes. There was like a load of untied up things. The acting was atrocious. Would not recommend. I went to go see Captain Marvel the other day. I liked it. I liked the cat. Excited to see where she goes next. She's incredibly overpowered. I understand why they haven't brought her in yet, because she literally would just come into a situation and solve it immediately, and it would not create any plot. They need her currently in the current situation that they have going on in the Marvel universe, which I'm sure you guys know about. I'm sure you don't need me to explain. Everyone knows what happened in Infinity War, right? I wanted to talk to you about a new TV show I've been watching on the BBC at the moment called Glow Up. It's a game show style thing. They get a bunch of amateurs on and they vote people off. The judges sort of kick someone off once a week, and they do like a series of challenges and things in their subject, which is makeup. And it's really cool to watch because I like the creativity behind it. There's a lot of it's very interesting to watch people's like creative process and things like that. Like, that's very interesting. There is some aspects of it that I don't particularly like. They've been kind of harsher on some people than others. One week, which was prosthetics, and they judged the guy. There was a guy who claimed to be really good at prosthetics, and they judged him a lot harsher than everybody else, which didn't really seem fair because they're essentially judging him on what he said rather than what he's done. I've been watching The Crown. I'm a little bit further in, don't know what episode I'm on. I've watched like 1 or 2 episodes since I last spoke to you about it. Last season is still better. This one's not really making up for it. If they make a 3rd season, I don't think I'm going to be watching it. I think I'm a little bit over it now. 1st season was better. Though if they do the whole Diana thing, I will be watching because I will be very interested to see how they do that. I've just watched the Dear Mrs. Kennedy episode of The Crown, and apparently Claire Foy says that it was her favourite episode, and I agree. I think it was like way above the rest of the series. It was a really, really good episode. The other day I watched the Most Haunted episode for The Golden Fleece. If you guys are from York, you will know The Golden Fleece, or if you've been to York or you know York, you will know The Golden Fleece is one of the most haunted pubs in the UK, and I would recommend watching the Most Haunted episode because it is ridiculous. You guys know that me and Laura were on Pointless about a year ago. The episode is recently repeated, so they are on iPlayer at the moment, so I will link them down in the description if you missed them last time. The other night I went to go see Bouncers. It was okay. Kind of updated some bits and not updated others. If you about some Bouncers and about like a night out, essentially. There's a bunch of different characters in it. It's all played by like the same 4 people. And yeah, the guys who did it were really good. So they'd updated it. They had like this joke where like all of them kept going like selfie yas, where they'd all like stop and like pose and go selfie yas, and it was just like so cringy. And one of them kept dabbing. The point of those jokes was to laugh at our generation, but it felt like they'd put them in not to be relatable, but for older people to laugh at us. Like not as like a... Because, like, our generation knows those things are really cringy. They're not funny. They're like, ah. The other jokes were still, like, kind of the original jokes that were based on people who were going on nights out, like, 20 years ago. Or longer than that, like, 30 years ago. Like, one of the characters had a perm. Like, so, I don't know, not aimed at me. I'd also like to tell you about this YouTube series I've been watching by College Humor. They're doing the series at the moment called Total Forgiveness, so it's actually like their Dropout series, but I haven't paid for Dropout. They like do shorter versions on their channel, and the concept of it is that there's these 2 like sort of faces that you see in College Humor quite a lot that have a lot of student debt, and the series is that they have to challenge each other to do stupid things, getting like worse and worse and worse, like embarrassing, scary, like things that you wouldn't want to do, like challenges, and that each one, College Humor, pays off a certain amount of their student debt. Really funny, it is really well done, and I really, really, really like this concept. I just watched this video called The Social Media Conspiracy by Luke Cutforth, and I thought it deserved a mention because it made me think about something that I have never thought about before. But I have 2 cat videos to tell you about. This cat makes no trash. I like that they're trying to live sustainably and imposing that on their cat, but not in an unhealthy way. Them making their own cat food with a bunch of supplements and like advice from a vet, and like doing it actually properly, and it gives you a bunch of like alternative litters that you can use, have less waste and things like that. So I think it's a fantastic example of making a pet more sustainable without hindering the pet's life. Blind cat wants to see his mom. Animals in Crisis episode 22. It is in Japanese, but the subtitles work fine. It is just a cute video about a cat. The main reason I wanted to show you it is because the mother cat in it shows like real compassion. I think there's too many videos on the internet of cats coming off as not very nice. I have finished listening to The Book Thief. It was okay. I liked the audiobook. It was well narrated. I didn't massively like the story. I don't massively like wartime stuff because I've just heard it so many times before, but the book did feel like quite cozy and nice, even though the ending is a little bit sad. And I've started listening to The Secret History. I don't particularly like the narrator. The narrator is the author. I don't think she's massively good at what she does. She's not very good at the voices. Some of them sound weird. Also, it hasn't been recorded very well. There's like some background sort of fuzziness to it, which doesn't come from my phone because nothing else has had this. So I'm not a massive fan of that. I'm about 2 or 3 hours in. It's 18 hours long, so I'm not that far in. But apparently there's a murder mystery. It's like a whole mystery thing, and there's no mystery to it so far. It's just been about these characters and their bougie lives, and our main character lying through his teeth about everything. I finished listening to The Secret History by Donna Hart. I thought it was too long. I really liked it when things happened, but not many things happened. Essentially the book is like something happens, the characters deal with the consequences for like 300 pages, something else happens, consequences, etc. I don't think I would have finished it if I was reading it. I think I would have given up because it's a lot of effort to read like 300 odd pages for one thing to happen. Just started listening to last night The Night Circus. Writing style's a bit odd. Yeah, I'm not sure if I get used to it. I'm only like half an hour in, it's like 20 hours long, so I'll probably get more used to it as it gets in. Finished Corpses and Things by these various authors. I didn't massively like it. Yeah, some good concepts. It was a good way to read some indie authors. Some of them are not very well written, some of them seem rushed. There was some spelling mistakes. And then I did another Instagram poll, because you know that's how I do, between The Territory and Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep, and Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep by Philip K. Dick won, and I finished it last night, and it was amazing. It was so good. It's in this post-apocalyptic world where there was a war and there's radioactive dust covering the whole planet, and most people have left Earth, apart from some people who have stayed behind and specials, so people who have learning disabilities or sort of mental disabilities because of the radioactive dust, or it has affected them in some other way. But if they have a lowered IQ, they're called specials. And also Andes. So Andes are androids who are Andes are androids, but there's bounty hunters. That's what we follow. The main character is a bounty hunter, and he is hunting Andes that are pretending to be human, and they're an issue because they don't have any empathy about what it means to be human. It's about a man's sort of descent into madness and then like redemption almost. Got sort of elements of like religious commentary, commentary on consumerism, on the value of a life. None of these are heavy either. None of them are like really heavy. They're just there, and they just make you think about it. And if you don't want to think about it, you don't want the book to be about that, you just want it to be a cool sci-fi, it can be. And then I did another poll between The Territory and The Rough Guide to the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, and I'm afraid The Territory lost again. I'm sorry, The Territory. So I started reading this on the coach today on the way back from my field walking, so I'm only on page 14. So far it seems to be about it's sort of about the Hitchhiker's Guide, so chapter 1 seems to be sort of a recap of the story. I finished reading The Rough Guide to the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy by Marcus O'Dare. It was okay. It was like quite fun, like a fun thing to read to go along with the series. I think maybe if you've just finished reading the series and you want to know a little bit more, this would be a good place to start. I don't think it's made for people who know a lot about the series, and I don't think it's made for people who know nothing about the series. I might be in a little bit too deep for this. Like, because it did a lot of things like explaining concepts that I knew 100%, and like, yeah, they were fun to read because I'm like, oh yeah, that, ha ha ha, but like, I didn't feel like I learned anything from it. The next book I'm going to be reading is, I haven't started it yet, but The Territory by Sarah Govett, because I keep putting it in my Instagram polls and nobody picks it. The third book in the series by Sarah Govett, who I've met twice. The world is like barren. I don't know why, for what reason, global warming probably, I don't remember. It's been a very long time since I've read the other two books. And you live in like the Territory, which is like the safe bit, and in order to stay in the Territory you have to pass this test, and if you don't, you get kicked out. If I remember rightly, there was quite a big gap between me reading the first and the second one as well, and I picked it up really quickly with the second one, so hopefully that will happen here. I'm still reading The Territory. I am, how many pages in? 150 pages in, so this is how much I've got left. So not that much. I'm hoping to finish it today because I'm going to Preston tomorrow, so I'm hoping to bring a different book with me. I'm enjoying it. A lot of it has come straight back to me, which is what, I said before, what I anticipated. And yeah, I am enjoying it. It's not the most sophisticated or complicated of reads, but I am enjoying it, that being said. And yeah, I'm hoping to finish it in the next few days. I think that is all for this video. If you have any requests or questions, then leave them down in the comments. Again, let me know how I can improve this series, because I want to keep developing it to get it to like the best that it can be. Videos every Wednesday, and I will see you next week. Bye.